Hello, my dear young friends. Yesterday I promised you that we will be continuing the discussion on agreement of verb and subject. There should be an agreement, Yeah. So, not a literal agreement, but I told you yesterday what does that mean. That means if the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. That's all. Understand? Yes. Now, you have got one or two more points number about this. You have come across sentences like this, no? That is, say, some of the students, some of the students are hardworking. See, some of the students are hardworking. Some of the people are watching TV. See, some of the men are fishing. Some of the men are fishing. Some of the students are playing in the field. So what happens here is sum of followed by countable nouns. Countable nouns. Then this is plural. That is the thing. Sum of the followed by countable nouns is plural. It's plural subject. That is the thing. Sum of the. Also same with the half. Half of the apples. Half of the apples in the basket. Singular or plural? Plural. So are rotten. Half of the apples in the basket are rotten. Half of the mangoes. Understand? Half of the mangoes. Half of the glasses have been broken. Half of the glasses have been broken. Understand? So, sum of and half of, followed by countable nouns. Then, subject is plural. Suppose they are followed by uncountable nouns, like quantity, then it is singular. For example, we say, some of the water kept in the well. Water in the well. Some of the water in the well is dirty. See that? So some of the same, followed by uncountable. Some of the milk is spoiled. Listen, some of the milk is spoiled. Or you can say half of the milk is spoiled. How is that possible? Because they are kept in two glasses. One glass is spoiled, the other is good for you to drink. Did you get that idea? Sum of followed by countable nouns, plural. Half of followed by countable nouns, plural. But sum of and half of followed by uncountable nouns. No? Half of the, you can say half of the curd or honey. Okay, you like honey. Half of the honey has been drunk by me. Half of the honey has been, not have been. Is that clear? Alright? It's no problem. Sum of, half of. Countable nouns, plural. Uncountable nouns, single. Okay, that's very good. Now we have one more point, one or two more points, simple points are there, not very difficult. You know about majority of and most of them. The majority of these. So the majority of is used for with countables. The majority of the people. Then it's plural. Majority of the people are watching cricket. Majority of the people are watching. Understand? Majority of. If you want to say, get the same meaning for uncountables, you have to use most of. Most of the water is. Most of the water is, not are. Then it is singular. Majority of, always with the countable nouns. You cannot say majority of the water, you cannot say. Can you say majority of the water? No, you cannot say. So, uncountables. Then it is singular. Most of the milk, most of the curd, most of the honey, most of the jam. Most of the jam is very sweet. When you come to the last part, it is bitter. Maybe it is spoiled. Understand? Alright? Very good. So majority of equivalents for uncountables is most of. Alright. And we are coming to the end of this discussion. And now next you know about class nouns. Clothing, furniture, cutlery, crockery, isn't it? Cutlery, crockery, clothing, furniture, luggage. These are class nouns. You call them class nouns. We had it already. We have already seen these class nouns. In class nouns, after of is followed by a class noun. Then it is always singular. Like some of the clothing, most of the furniture, half of the cutlery, then some crockery, some of the crockery. Then you can again say most of the crockery, some of the luggage, So after of you have got the class nouns, always singular. See that some of the clothing is, most of the furniture is to be polished. Most of the crockery is to be washed or replaced. Some of the luggage is to be carried, not are. So of followed by class nouns. That is always singular. Understand that? Denoting that cannot be, these nouns cannot be preceded by words denoting number. You cannot say like this, many of the clothing. You cannot say. You cannot say many of the furniture. Much of the furniture you can say, not many of. And many of the cutlery you cannot say. Many of the crockery you cannot say. Cannot say, because many, it denotes number. Any word that denotes number cannot be used before clothing, furniture and class nouns. Is that clear? You cannot say many of the clothing are. You cannot say. You can say some of the clothing is, most of the clothing, half of the cutlery, most of the cutlery, etc. This also shows amount or quantity. And then it is always singular. Alright? Much of the, you can say much of the cutlery, etc. you can use. No problem. Right? And now we have a last point, and that is many is always plural and much is always singular. For example, many boys. Always plural and much water. Always singular. Much is always singular, and many always plural. Understand? Many boys are there. There are many boys in the class. Many boys in the class are sleeping. Yes. Then are. When you say there is much water in the or much water is lost during rainy season. Much water is, much is singular. Okay? So with that we come to the agreement. Now only we have got disagreement. So there cannot be a disagreement as far as these points are concerned. Okay? No disagreement, only agreement. So once again I will say sum of, half of, followed by countable noun, that is plural. Uncountable, singular. Majority of plural. Then most of singular. Most of amount and quantity. Most of can be used with numbers also. Isn't it? Most of amount or quantity. That's it. See, right. You can also say majority as well. You can say like that, no? Most of the water, most of the milk, you can say like that. That is singular. And when is of plus class noun is always single. Understand? Some of the clothes, the clothing, most of the clothing, and all those is single. Right? Before this you cannot, before a class noun like this you cannot use a word denoting number. I confusing, you know. Otherwise you forget about what I said just now. Think about the points that I already noted down. Many is plural and much is always single. Clear? No problem. If I got any problem, of course you can come to me tomorrow and we will explain it further. Till then, relax and have a nice day. Enjoy. Bye. Take it easy.